After Walt Disney's death in 1966, the animation studio, Walt Disney Feature Animation, was in shambles, but after Roy E. Disney's, Walt's nephew, hired Michael Eisner and Jeffrey Katzenberg in the 80s, came the Disney Renaissance, where every single one of their movies became a massive hit. But this is how it ended.
And in today's story, we're gonna see how it was planned to be an entirely different movie and needed to be changed months before the deadline hit. This is
The Complicated History of the Emperor's New Groove. Chapter 1: The King with the Idea. After working on The Lion King, one of its directors, Roger Allers, was given a chance at Disney to make a movie unlike any other.
His original plan was something very different and was titled Kingdom of the Sun. The movie was about a selfless emperor and a peasant switching places, but the villain turned the emperor into a llama, and now it's up to him to stop the villain and turn the emperor back into the human. Isn't that right, kids? Dude, we're fucking teenagers.
Production began in 1984 after The Lion King's massive release, and it went pretty smoothly, like hiring Sting to make 6 songs for the movie and letting his wife document the whole movie to see how it will turn out. Fast forward a few years, in 1997, Disney wasn't in a good area with their animated movies. Pocahontas, Hunchback of Notre Dame, and Hercules all underperformed at the box office. So producer of the movie, Randy Fulmer, contacted Mark Dindal, who directed Cats Don't Dance, for Turner Feature Animation, which could probably be its own story in itself, but I'll save that for another time. And as for Allers, on the other hand, he had to deal with some major issues. Chapter 2: Problem After Problem. A year later, the team realized they wouldn't make their planned summer 2008, and to make things worse, the Disney executives went to Randy Folder's office and said, "Your film is this close to being shut down. Give us results." Going back to Allers, after hearing that he had a hard time to getting rid of the footage, because if you leave one scene, the rest doesn't make any sense. So Allers and Dindal decided to take over as director in a bake-off. A few days later, they pitched in their plots. Allers was basically just the same thing. However, Dindal's version made it into a comedy, and everyone liked it. Instead of a dark and powerful story, it just turned into a Looney Tunes comedy made by Disney. And everyone liked it.
So, Allers had no choice, and Mark Dindal was promoted as the director. Although he did ask Allers, "Hey, do you want to be the co-director?" he refused, saying that his time with the movie was done, and he joined the production of Lilo and Stitch. Okay, well, that's good to know. What do I do now?
Chapter 3: Restarting Everything. After Allers left, Michael Eisner, Disney CEO at the time, said that they had 2 weeks to salvage the project. So Randy Fulmer and Mark Dindal halted production to think of a new story. Meanwhile, the animators were assigned to animate the Rhapsody in Blue segment in Fantasia 2000. Fulmer and Dindal had to get rid of a lot of stuff. Romance? Gone. Most of the original cast? Gone. And all of Sting's 6 songs? Gone. Because of all the changes, the movie had to be delayed from its planned summer 2000 date to Christmas 2000. Funny enough that Dinosaur took that summer date. After hearing that his songs were gone from the movie, Sting was not happy. Although the Disney team did ask him to make new songs, he was busy making an album and only had enough time to make 2. In 1999, it was just a mad dash to finish the film on time. Mainly, Disney's other animation studios in Florida, Orlando, Florida, and Paris helped finish the film. In February 2000, the title was changed to Kingdom of the Sun to The Emperor's New Groove, with a new story that was close but different. And a few months before the movie was released, it was completed. Chapter 4: The Release. The Emperor's New Groove premiered at the El Capitan Theater on December 10th, 2000, with a wide release 5 days later on December 15th. Disney had no clue how to market the movie, and to spend most of that marketing money on 102 Dalmatians that Thanksgiving. But both movies stand no chance since they were up against Ron Howard's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Because of all the things going on, the movie only made $196.6 million worldwide. With a budget of $100 million, it reportedly lost Disney $80 to $100 million. But at least it did better than their rival studio DreamWorks' The Road to El Dorado. Oh, and did I remember that what I said about Sting's wife documenting the whole movie during its production? The Sweatbox was a documentary about the movie and its troubled production, and premiered at the 2002 Toronto Film Festival, and Disney made sure it was never revealed to the public until the movie was leaked in March 2012. Yeah.
Moral of the story: make sure animation has a good story.